everyone, I'm Ethan. Today I'm presenting Bring Aurora Alive with Unity. The Aurora Dream. Can I have a show of hands? How many of you have seen the northern or southern lights before? Thank you. Do you have dreams? Dreams that propel you to make your dreams come true whatever it takes. Why did I choose Aurora as my theme? Many say it takes great luck to see the aurora. That somehow gives me immense motivation to see for myself if that's really the case of great luck. For years, I've heard about the elusive aurora. The more research I've gathered about northern and southern lights, from legends to scientific explanations, every new knowledge makes me even more certain to experience northern and southern lights as many times as I possibly can in my lifetime. Seeing northern lights on my first night in Fairbanks, Alaska, at China Hot Springs, I am completely mesmerized by the northern lights gliding towards me. Feels like the northern lights know I'm here and welcome me to the land of magical light show. Feels amazing in a winter wonderland, Alaska. From that very moment, I want to share the magical light show with all ages, from babies to elderly seniors. Aurora world is beyond words. A knowing mega power is real in the universe. With sun, life exists. My Aurora dream is born, a goal is set, an adventure begins. I really want to be where Aurora is and to immortalize the beauty of dancing lights with photography. Conceptualization of Aurora virtual reality. I'm a full-time travel photographer and 3D artist. Years ago, my photography grandmaster once asked me, "What are you going to do with all the photographs you have taken? What is the purpose of your photographs? How would you contribute your photography to fellow mankind?" Every taken photo that's not shared is basically data in this. Every imagination with no actions is simply daydreaming. Profound questions that took me years to finally find the best way to blend traditional photography and new media into an original type of experience. Virtual reality with Unity is introduced to me by my co-artist John, who is an experienced Unity user. John has shown me on the vast possibilities to integrate the world I've experienced during my world travels into virtual reality and augmented reality formats with Unity. Following my dream, taking heart of my grandmaster's advices, believing in my co-artist John to bring Aurora to people in any parts of the world and beyond. We have a vision to let everyone we meet experience our Aurora world. I shall start with our pre-visualization of Aurora Virtual Gallery. This is a real gallery simulation which we will hold our first Aurora virtual reality photography exhibition in January 2019, in 2 months' time here in Singapore. All the photographs seen are preview of our intended selections at our exhibition in the art house. For more realistic virtual work, we create this virtual gallery with real human height in consideration. Our first exhibition in Singapore is only for 2 days. We foresee there will be guests and friends near and far who are unable to attend this exhibition at venue. With this, we can arrange other dates with our guests and friends to our virtual gallery. This is also for us to keep a record of our first Aurora exhibition in virtual reality format. It is a good documentation way for us. Visiting the real gallery and being in virtual reality world would be completely different experiences. I personally enjoy both very much. This is our pre-recorded virtual gallery walk. Sun and Earth and Aurora. Please allow me to give a brief explanation of Aurora. What is Aurora to you? Is it only dancing lights in the sky? Have you ever wondered why Aurora arrives to us? Aurora has a few variations of names. Aurora borealis is northern lights. Aurora australis is southern lights. Polar lights is Aurora polaris. The best place to see northern lights is usually at the Arctic regions. Southern lights is usually at the Antarctic regions. What is aurora? Aurora is a result of solar storm from the sun created by a combination of the sun, the atmosphere, and magnetic fields. The Earth is surrounded by magnetic field, and high-energy particles from the sun are dragged down towards the Earth when they are captured by this line. They then follow the field lines down through the upper atmosphere at altitudes of 80 to 300 kilometers and collide with oxygen and nitrogen. This collision shifts the energy temporarily and converts it into light. So the visible lines of the magnetic field create the curtain of colors that we see in aurora. Aurora itself is light. The next question many will ask, why do we see aurora only at night? We all know sun is there. Due to the Earth's orbit around the sun, there is day and night in most areas on Earth. Arctic Circle, daytime. There's a saying, aurora only appears certain months and only at night. Midnight sun is one of the many reasons why there are months aurora seems to shy away. The term midnight sun is a natural phenomenon, refers to the consecutive 24 hours of sunlight that occur during summer in places north of the Arctic Circle and south of the Antarctic Circle. Naturally, during times of midnight sun, visibility of aurora is greatly reduced. Due to sunlight is brighter than aurora. Arctic Circle, nighttime. There is also polar night. The polar night occurs in the northernmost and southernmost regions of the Earth, when the night lasts for more than 24 hours. This occurs only inside the Arctic and Antarctic Circle. What is day in the Arctic Circle is night in the Antarctic Circle and vice versa. The aurora is always present in the sky, even during the day. However, the sky is too bright for the aurora to be seen. Therefore, you have the chance to see aurora as soon as the sky gets dark enough and it is a fairly clear weather. If the aurora is weak, it can be difficult to differentiate from cloud to aurora. Look closely. If you see stars through it, it is likely to be northern lights. And also the northern lights change shape all the time, unlike a cloud. In Scandinavia, the most active northern lights appear most often before midnight. It is very important to look at the sky often, since the most intense part often lasts less than 10 minutes. Northern lights can be seen almost every night during the dark season. Where can you see northern lights at the Arctic Circle region? Everywhere. The proximity to nature makes it easy to quickly get a place that is free from city light and experience the magnificent color show against a dark night sky. Now, let me welcome you to my aurora photography journey, how it all started to link up to our aurora virtual reality creations. The top places I've seen the northern lights are Alaska, Sweden, and Iceland. Alaska. Alaska is the most special place to me. Just look at this Dalton Highway, completely different from the highways we have in cosmopolitan cities. Everything is clearly defined. Snow is white, sky is blue. Alaska feels so pure and pristine. This is also one of the most dangerous highways in the world. So remote, help is not easily available. Satellite phone, rifles and guns, petrol, food and water, all to be prepared before going on this road. No sight of road lights anywhere, no sight of petrol station, no sight of convenience stores like Cheers or 7-Eleven. Civilizations are hours of drive away. This is indeed a survival expedition. Basic needs have to be delayed by hours for this expedition. I was extremely dehydrated with no bathroom facilities within the vicinity. Base Hut is many hours away. Blizzards, snowstorms might arrive anytime. We are constantly in high alert mode, protecting ourselves from weather and wild animals. We hope for the best and are well prepared for extreme situations. It is the grandness of Alaska that draws me to nature and understanding that the importance to preserve the goodness of nature for the generations ahead. Alaska bisons. A frucon bison stands 1.8 meter at the shoulder, is up to 3.3 meter long, and can weigh more than 900 kilograms. I was a far distance away from them. Better keep myself safe respecting their space. A frozen dragon. Like in fairy tale, waiting for the right moment to come alive again. This is the furthest Delton Highway can bring me to, Pruho Bay Hotel. A safe haven after hours of drive, just to have a quick dinner before the Northern Lights hunt begins at night. Snow coach, one of the ways to go around Alaska terrains. This is classic green Northern Lights. Night is always magical in Alaska. This looks like a stairway from space. As the night goes on, more spectacular Northern Light dances in the night sky. On a full aurora night, the earth is lit up by glowing lights, simply breathtaking. Entire sky is lit up with dancing aurora. The best experience is being in the moment. There are many moments I simply let my camera rest as I enjoy the amazing light above me and feel all the beautiful energy around me. Every challenges melt away when the aurora dances above me. Yes, every effort is worth it. There is no street lights at all on this road. A solar storm lights up the entire mountain area. Following the cycle of solar storm, the northern lights need to settle too. This is Northern Lights bidding farewell for the night. A very good night indeed. This looks like an image from fairy tale, which is 100% real and on this earth. No Photoshop or any form of edits. This is the hut I've parked myself for a few hours at night to wait to see the Northern Lights. While waiting, I stood at the extreme cold of negative 40 degrees Celsius, literally frozen all over. Alaska to me is a fairy tale land in reality. Sweden. Daytime at Abisko Mountain Station at Abisko National Park, Kiruna. Was standing here, looking at the cloudy sky with no blue sky in sight, makes me wonder, will I see Northern Lights tonight? Nighttime at the same mountain, at Abisko Mountain Station. While waiting for the Northern Lights to arrive, I lay on snow and looking at stars above. In a world of stars and me and serenity. It's a beautiful experience, my date with stars. In the same vicinity is the sixth largest lake in Sweden, which has been explained as one of the reasons why the sky turns cloud-free, awaiting for the Northern Lights to arrive. Northern Lights and moon. Some say it is not possible to see Northern Lights on a full moon night. I'm delighted to show it is possible. Northern Lights, moon, and stars. Alighting by sky lift back to Earth again? Yes, I went really high up to the mountain top. This small village Abisko lies right at the center of the Aurora Oval and is considered one of the best places in the world to experience the Northern Lights. The location, together with the clear and clean air and often cloudless skies, creates optimum conditions for Northern Lights viewing. Elements of Earth, clouds, moon, stars, aurora creates a mysterious feel. This feels like arrival of outer space visitors. I believe there's life in other planets. What do you think? Abisko National Park is home to many species of plants and animals, including squirrel, marten, stoat, and lemming. Reindeer and moose can also be spotted in the park. Wolverine, Arctic fox, and lynx are sometimes also seen, although these are very rare. It's most ideal to go out at night in pairs and groups. I was alone. On one of the nights at 2 a.m., I was out by myself for aurora photography. Suddenly, there was stillness. I felt I was being watched. I looked around and no human is nearby. I was a distance away from human help. My went wow. What if it is an animal or some animals that were watching me, waiting for a chance to take me as their supper? I quickly packed up with tripod as my only weapon, ran as fast as I could back to my room, Aurora photography needs a strong heart to believe in this friendly universe. Overall, there's a fantastic northern lights experience in Sweden. Iceland. Iceland during a mild blizzard with some visibility. Iceland is famous for having all the seasons in a day. Snow, sun, rain, storm, many different weather combinations within the same hour. As the weather condition improves, environment of northern light venues are usually very cold. Maybe that makes people calmer and nicer. Look at the swans. The swans are happier too. Northern light feels different here. Mountains are broader and height is much lower than Alaska. Iceland's northern light feels gentle. Flying with northern lights. From Chicago to Stockholm, northern lights looks like clouds when it's moving gently and slowly. Because I've seen northern lights many times, I can identify northern lights straight away. The best way to confirm is to take out a camera and take a photo. Usually, green appears, and that is northern lights. Clouds would be grayish. Northern lights look like glowing clouds. For anyone who knows photography and speed of plane, who understand night photography on plane can get pretty tricky. Dawn again. Time for sunlight to light up Earth again. Aurora Australis, Southern Lights, New Zealand. New Zealand is another magical place. This is Lake Tekapo, located within the Aroke Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, the largest in the world and only one in the Southern Hemisphere. Lake Tekapo is well known among stargazers, the clouds tinting the sky before the arrival of southern lights. Can you see there are two stars brighter than the other stars? There are likely to be galaxies with their own family of stars within. Why is it tricky to see the southern lights? Why aren't the southern lights as popular as the northern lights? Well, it is all about geographical living conditions. High up to the northern hemisphere towards the Arctic Circle, and there's land aplenty. You have northern Canada, Greenland, Norway, Russia, all heading high up to where the northern lights come out to play. This makes finding a nice location with accommodation very easy. You can go on trips and spend days relaxing in comfort while the night sky lights up for you. However, the southern hemisphere is a little different. Due to the nature of the land, masses in the south, there are very few places that reach down low enough towards Antarctica to offer ideal aurora viewing spots. If you look at the map of the Antarctica regions, you will see the south is just surrounded by water. Of course, you can go and camp out on the Antarctic ice, but that is not something an average person will do. New Zealand is still some distance away from Antarctica region, which is why this is a gentle southern lights. Would take a much stronger solar storm for Lake Tekapo to light up our southern lights at this region. Milky Way, stars, billions of stars away. To me, Lake Tekapo is one of the best place to see Milky Way without the need of any equipment on hand. I watch this simply looking upwards, feels very near to me, like I can touch the skies simply by reaching up. The Milky Way is actually a galaxy, a large system of stars, gas, mostly hydrogen, dust and dark matter that orbits a common center and is bound together by gravity. The Milky Way is one but one of the billions of galaxies in the universe. I'm very drawn to the great unknown of the universe. Have you ever wondered, while you're looking up to the stars, are we being observed by the far beyond, by other galaxies' life beings? 3D assets. To be able to bring more elements together, I built our own 3D assets for our virtual reality world. From start to completion, I very much like to be involved in the creation process. The following assets are built by me, all work in progress. Exploring with different teams. In one of our imagined scenarios, during the medieval time, there is a Phoenix princess who needs to brave through mountains and ancient towns in search of the elusive lights to bring light back to Phoenix Kingdom. Before sunset, it is a good idea to find a good cottage for a good night's sleep. taking different modes of transportation, which include flyship, to be nearer to the northern lights, to collect the essence of light, completely enjoying the creation process, trying to build different assets and imagine the different scenarios which we plan to choose from our 3D assets to pair up with Unity assets for our virtual reality world creations. Creating assets is like virtual Legoland in virtual reality. Now, every element leads to our pre-visualization of Aurora World, work in progress. Prior to combining with environment, simulating the northern lights flow in the base scene. More color simulations to the northern lights to create a different feel in the dancing lights. Combining northern lights with forest environment. For pre-visualization purpose, simulations with classic assets for faster rendering time. This is our recorded work in progress Aurora World walkthrough in Unity with basic assets. Our Unity journey. Our imaginations come alive with Unity, building the type of world we want, combining Unity with photographs as reference point, coupled with our imaginations, we can create the environment we envision, a virtual world that has some similarities like our daily lives and beyond the usual contents, to inject life into life. Everything that can be imagined can be bridged with Unity into virtual reality. Our key challenges: Aurora simulations in Unity, many different permutations in simulations in the northern light generation. Many hours are needed to first generate the feel of the northern lights, as I personally seen Aurora in a wide array of solar level. I really want to have a real dancing light in our Aurora world. Our challenge is finding a right balance for both elements, like Tai Chi, the yin and yang, the real and imagined world in harmony together. As we are creating the Aurora world, we like to include a touch of realism into our creations so that the participants would feel more connected in the environment to have both realistic and fantasy elements. Our upcoming plans: Northern Lights in Singapore, Aurora Energy Field. Northern Lights in Singapore. Many might laugh at us at this idea of Northern Lights in Singapore. How would Singapore ever see Northern Lights? The truth is, yes, it is possible. It will take a massive solar storm from the sun to have that extensive coverage of northern lights around the globe. It is also for this reason, it is good for mankind to stay connected and united. Because a solar storm so great would likely to put much civilization on hold for a while, we envision our art with people in mind. Aurora energy field. Energy is real, air is real. Though air is invisible, we all know there is air for us to breathe. We can feel the strength of the wind blowing towards us. John uses motion capture to let invisible energy turn visible in real time with Unity. Before I go on, can I have a show of hands how many have experienced motion capture to see your own energy? Thank you. Invisible energy turns visible. Life in real time with Unity. Einstein says everything is energy. Most of us just focus on what is visible, when many times the invisible energy has great power too. Every toy is real. Every convenience we are enjoying today started with someone with great imaginations, coupled with strong beliefs and actions. They have made things happen. Because of them, convenience of electricity, mobile phones, planes, and every modern day things are now available to us today. What level of energy do you feel now? Still awake? Energetic and happy? Sleepy? Time for lunch? Whichever energy you are feeling, would you agree? When we have good energy, we tend to feel happier. We see a world of beautiful possibilities and everything is indeed possible. Feeling the energy with particles in Unity real time, there are vibrations and movements. No matter how still we keep ourselves, the cells are moving in us, our hearts are beating, we are breathing, we are all working energy because we are alive. Eventually, we would like to create interactive virtual reality merging with Aurora simulations, a world of energy and Aurora. Thank you. This universe is so amazing. We are looking forward to creating an immersive Aurora experience for anyone who wants to experience the magical dancing lights at the comfort of their homes. Everything is possible with imagination, with Unity.